Today's video is going to be a little bit of all things reselling, starting with a really quick Goodwill Outlet haul. I spent $28.94. The Omaha Goodwill Outlet is $1.67 per pound. Oh, quick, one more note. I did just take a shower, but I really wanted to get to listing, so I just wasn't in the mood to take the time to blow dry my hair. Okay, let me show you guys what I got at the Omaha Goodwill Outlet. This Patagonia hat. It's called the Tin Shed hat from my research, and I think the comps were like 20 to 30. Next up, a vintage baseball glove. I found one sold comp for the exact same glove in a similar condition that sold for $100 less than 3 months ago. The brand I had never heard of. It's J.A. Dubrow from Chicago. In the inside of the glove, it says J.A. Dubrow Sporting Goods. I am noticing right now, actually, that the stitching is undone here. But even if the stitching is undone, again, another one that was similar other than that issue, sold for $100. I should still be able to get, at least $50 for it. Next up, a glasses case from the brand MCM. I've seen people sell purses from this brand for really good money. The glasses case is in very nice condition. Comps weren't that high. Somewhere between 15 and 30. I found a pebbled leather modern Coach purse. I also found a vintage Coach purse. This one is just, small. I will research the Coach bags a little more before I list them to make sure that they are authentic. This is a brand I never heard of. It's called Belroy. It is like a crossbody sling bag. Obviously we need to shorten this. But this one does have some stains on it, on both the front and the back. They're not very noticeable. I think you can see one right there. Yeah, they're not very noticeable, but they are there. However, comps are around $50 without issues. So I think even with a little bit of marks on it, it's still definitely going to be worth listing. And that's a brand to look out for if you guys hadn't heard of it like me. Next up is a pair of brand new Teva sandals. And they still have the tags on them and everything. And these are so lightweight. Again, these cost me under $1 and they retailed for $34. So maybe $20. I've always wanted to find this brand in boots. I did not expect to find a non-boot item from this brand. The brand is Red Wings and these are slip-on shoes. Comps are I think 20 to 30, maybe closer to 30. Then I got 2 pairs of sandals from the brand Olakai. I think for these brown ones, I found comps around $50. And these aren't as good of condition. But, if the comps for these are around $50, these are still worth picking up for, a couple dollars. And then the final item I got at the Omaha Goodwill Outlet is these UGG sandals. And again, pretty lightweight, didn't pay much for them. Like I said, for 2 hours at the Goodwill Outlet, I was very happy with those finds. Next up is going to be the second iteration of my unlisted item ultimatum. How it works is I set a time limit and I set a certain number of items. And then I draw out of this jar that has all of my unlisted items in it. And I have to list whatever I draw. So I cannot pick and choose, just list the easy stuff, just list the stuff I want to list, like the stuff I just got at the Goodwill Outlet. For this iteration, I drew 15 items and I gave myself 1 week to list them. And I ended up actually listing them quicker than the week, so I drew 5 more. So in total, you're going to see me drawing 20 items out of the jar. And in the 3 weeks since I've drawn the items, I have sold 10 of the 20 items. So it's also going to be what sold. As I draw, I'm going to tell you what I listed each item at, and then if it sold or not. I sold those 10 items for an average sales price of $60. So on average, the 10 items that sold in less than 3 weeks for $60. So hopefully you'll learn some new items to be on the lookout for. I dumped them out, mixed them all up. Let's draw out 15 slips of paper and see what we get. Also, I really apologize for the focusing issues. My new camera, I've been having problems with it going in and out of focus. Apologize, I need to get it fixed. Hopefully it's not too distracting. Okay, first 2, looks like we got 2 clothing items right off the bat. I would really like to draw coats. I have like 20 coats that need to be listed. It is September, almost October. It is time to get the coats listed. Let's see, first item is a Max Mara wool top. Here we go, wool, turtleneck.
This Max Mara top is going to be the first item that sold. I sold it for $25 plus $5.50 shipping. In general, you should expect to get even more than that for Max Mara. Mine had a hole in the neck, so I took a lower offer. I did pay up for this item. I bought it on Whatnot. I paid $18 for it, and it's the only item that sold in this video that I made less than a $10 profit on. I only profited $2.53.
I see J. Crew. Ooh, that's good. Coat. Yes. Okay, J. Crew gray wool coat, size 4. I'm excited. We're off to a good start. 2 items that are really good to list right now. Okay, so this is item number 2. It is a very nice condition gray size 4 coat from J. Crew.
This coat hasn't sold yet. I currently have it listed at $100 on eBay and Poshmark.
Next item is another clothing item. Last time I was shocked because I do so much non-clothing, even though the majority of what's in there is clothing. And this time we're off to a 3 clothing item start. Flynn O'Hara. I did not buy this specifically to resell. I ordered 100 pounds of kid clothing from ThredUp, and I kept some of the items for myself, gave some to my nieces and nephews, and then I consigned the rest, and I'm going to do a video on how those items did. This is the only item I pulled out because it looked like it was worth listing on its own.
This cardigan hasn't sold yet, but I think it's going to take just the right buyer. So if you know anyone, let me check, who has their kids go to Silverdale Baptist Academy, that is the logo that's on the cardigan. I've got an extra small cardigan for sale that's in like new condition.
We've got 3 items. All of them are like heavy duty winter items, which is, like I said, great. Okay, I am looking for a little bit of variety. Let's see what we get next. Is it gonna be clothing? It is clothing. Item number 4 is gonna be another coat. I see coat at the end. We got another coat. It is, oh, Saga Fox coat. This is one of my 3 oldest items. It needs to get listed. It's a perfect draw. It's like the perfect death pile ultimatum draw because it's been in my death pile for a long time and it needs to get listed. This is the coat. The reason I never got it listed is I wasn't sure if it was authentic fox fur or not. I needed to do research. It needs to get listed, and like I said, it's the perfect time of year. We're off to a good start. Jar, are you listening to me? No vintage wedding dress.
This coat was a true death pile item for me. It has been hanging on this rack for like at least a year, if not 2 years. A lot of people, their death pile is like stuff that's not worth a lot, and so they never prioritize it. For me, my death pile is like things that for some reason I just don't want to list because they take more work. This coat, I was not 100% sure if it was authentic or not, and so I needed to do research, and that's why it just sat there. And then I also know it was really big and bulky, and I was going to have to figure out how to box it up and like, you know, all that kind of stuff. Finally listed it because I drew it from the death pile jar, and I listed it at $170. I did confirm that I was pretty certain it was authentic. It was really, truly fur, and from the brand it said it was. I listed it at $170. 1 week later, I got an offer. I think she started at $100. We went back and forth. I ended up accepting a $140 offer. This sold on Poshmark, and it sold during the time they had changed their fees. And with the new change in fees, the fees were way less for sellers if you sold a high dollar item. So I only got charged $12.44 in fees from Poshmark. I bought this coat on an online estate sale auction for $12. So my take-home profit was $115.56.
Okay, next up. All right, we're changing it up. Is the jar going to spite me now that I complimented it? Okay, 4 winter items. Next is, I see lot of pantyhose. Lot of pantyhose. Renna, you want to draw the next one out?
Yeah.
I'm recording a video right now. Come on. Come here. You want to sit on my lap?
Books.
Those aren't books. Those are pantyhose.
Yeah.
Alright, you want to show them?
Yeah.
Okay, we had a guest come down while I was digging out the pantyhose. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Hi. These are the vintage pantyhose that need to get listed, so I'm glad I drew them. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to list them, whether I'll list them all together or as multiple lots.
After going through the pantyhose, I saw that they were almost all a similar shade and similar sizes, so I did list them as one lot. And they sold pretty quickly. They sold in 5 days for $30 plus shipping. I got those on an online estate sale auction, and I must have been the only bidder because I paid $1.30. They sold on eBay. After shipping and after fees, my profit was $22.35. Also, in that stack, they actually weren't all pantyhose. There was also a sweetheart envelope, which is, I think it was something in war where you could write a letter to your sweetheart and put it in the envelope and ship it to them. I listed that at 20 plus shipping. And then there were also 2 vintage scarves that I listed in a lot at 15 plus shipping. So 3 listings out of that 1 draw, and the pantyhose have sold.
You want to draw out the next one? Yeah? Okay, come up here. How many more do we need? We've gotten 5, so we need 10 more.
Okay, Mama.
Okay. Draw one out. Just one. Just one. Good job. All right, Renna drew
Mena.
Renna. Here's the next item. Again, a great item to get listed this time of year. It's a little bit cropped sweatshirt, cable knit.
I have never sold this brand before. Again, the brand is Sunday Best. It looks like it is sold on Aritzia's website. Based on sold comps, I listed it at $50. And it hasn't sold yet, but it has gotten some likes already on Poshmark. Let me just check. It has gotten 6 likes already. So hopefully someone will send me an offer, and if not, maybe I just have to drop the price a little bit.
Let's draw another one.
Okay, go.
Okay, let's go. All right, another orange one.
Mena.
What does it say? Oh, you drew another coat.
Mena.
This is similar to the other coat we already drew. It's a gray coat. This time it's from Everlane. Another winter coat. This one is a size 0.
The Everlane coat has sold. Like the J. Crew coat, I listed it at $100, and I got a watcher on eBay that I sent an $80 offer to. So they paid $80 plus 10 shipping. I got that coat on Whatnot, so there was a positive Whatnot purchase. I paid $25.47, and after fees and shipping, my take-home profit was $40.33, and it was a size 0. So sometimes with smaller sizes, I get nervous about how long they're going to take to sell. This one, not a problem. It sold in 18 days.
Okay, we're going for a blue one. I think it says 4 leaf bowls. Yeah, the camera. Good job. 4 leaf bowls. Here are the 4 leaf bowls. This is what they look like.
The leaf bowls are worth a lot less in retrospect than I thought they were when I bought them. And as I researched the bowls, I realized that you're supposed to arrange the leaf bowls like this, like 1, 2, in a circle. And then there's supposed to be another bowl that goes in the middle. And the idea is that you can use them for dip, like a dip in the middle and then things on the side. And I don't have the middle bowl. I ended up listing them at $30 plus shipping.
What did they do?
You showing them? You have to turn it around so they can read it.
No.
You gonna do it?
Oh, what did?
Good job. It is Sorel brown shoes.
The Sorel shoes sold. They sold in 15 days on eBay for $20 plus shipping. I bought them at a garage sale for $2, so my profit is $12.35.
What'd you get? Okay, we got 2 new ones. 1 orange and 1 blue. What does it say?
Orange.
It says dress.
Duh.
Dress. Oh, great. MacDougall dress. This one is going to be take a little bit to list. It's a formal dress. I'll grab it as soon as she shows you guys the other one.
What did they?
Did you just draw the doll you were trying to play with?
I do want to do it.
It's American Girl doll.
I do want it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this doll has a marker on her forehead, so I need to figure out how to get it off. I already tried nail polish remover. It did not work. Every time our daughter comes in here, she gets really excited. Every time she sees the doll, she wants to play with it. But she's only 2, so I'm like, does she really need an American Girl doll? But I feel like if I'm going to give a 2-year-old an American Girl doll, one whose legs are super loose and has, you know, permanent marker all over her, is a good choice. So I'm going to leave this in my reselling room office area for her to play with. This is the MacDougall dress that will take some work to list. This is a good death pile draw. I'm pulling stuff that needs to get listed. I mentioned in the last video that I've stopped buying on Whatnot because I got too many items with undisclosed flaws. This is a perfect example. This dress was disclosed as perfect condition, no flaws. But down here along the edge, there are multiple holes all in the same like length. Probably was on a rack, probably got rolled over. And it's my fault for not opening a return on whatnot. Well, really it's their fault for not disclosing the flaws, but then my fault for not opening a return. And as I mentioned last video, it's not just one seller this has happened with. It's happened with many, like at least half of the stuff I order and whatnot has flaws that weren't disclosed.
Okay, this dress is a sad story. On the positive side, it did sell. And I disclosed the holes near the hem. So it sold on Poshmark, also sold on Poshmark during the old fee structure. It sold for my full asking price of $150. How I decided on that asking price was that I saw this same dress in the same size had recently sold for $228. So because of all the holes on the hem, I listed it at $150. Unfortunately, when the buyer received the item, they did open a case and said I did not disclose all the flaws. Interestingly, I feel like they put 4 pictures of like how I didn't disclose the flaws, and 3 of the pictures were flaws I did disclose, but there was one, they said there was a small hole above the belt line. I did not see that. I believe them. Obviously there were holes in it that I did disclose, and I must have missed one. So that item is on its way back to me, should be back soon, and then I will list it again. Okay, you want to show them?
What do you want to?
Built green polo. If you watched my Nashville video, this is one of my Nashville pickups that hasn't been listed yet. This is short sleeved, so not the most ideal time of year to list it, but this one will be an easy one to list because it's brand new, no flaws to disclose. Yeah, this one will get listed quickly.
It did get listed quickly, and it also sold quickly. With men's items, I'm much more likely to price them at the price I want because I find that they often sell at full price. I listed the shirt at $25. Someone less than a day later offered me $20. I went back and forth with him, and I think it sold for $23 plus $6 shipping on eBay. Again, I bought that at the Nashville Goodwill Outlet for $1.34. So my profit was $17.10.
Next up, we're gonna do these. What is it? Fry tall harness boots. This is actually another Nashville pickup. Here are the Fry boots. They will take some work to get cleaned up. They've got some dirtiness on the bottom.
I actually decided to take these boots to a local cobbler. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what he's called, like a shoe repair place, because I wanted to see how much it would cost to have me just pay to get them cleaned rather than cleaning them myself. I paid $15, right around $15, to get these cleaned. You know, they're not perfectly clean, and I would think if I'm paying that, you know, $15, they would be cleaner, but they do look much better. In the future, I'll probably just clean them myself, but I thought it would be interesting to see how much it would cost me. And I haven't listed them yet, so I need to get those listed. I'll do that today so I can, you know, officially have everything listed.
Another clothing item. Janie and Jack blazer. This blazer. And then final item, I think this brings us to 15. Rinna's pulling out a purse. Rinna, am I gonna be able to pull that purse out of here? Yeah. I really wanna list that purse, so I would love it if I drew it. It is another clothing item, so it's not the purse. It is Hot Leather's fringe jacket. This bad boy is gonna get listed.
The Hot Leather's fringe jacket has sold. It did have some wear marks on the sleeve, and there was a hole in the interior. So I listed it less than others sold, and it ended up selling for $40 plus $10 shipping in 11 days. I paid $15 for it at a garage sale, so my take-home profit was $19.66. I'm going to end this video by drawing 5 more items and getting those listed by end of day today. I was very happy with the first draws because I got so many coats and I really wanted to get those coats listed. I still have like 12 to 15 more coats. So that is what I'm hoping to draw. First item, it is orange. Iris and ink shirt right here.
First item that's gonna be listed.
The Iris and Ink shirt is listed at $30 plus shipping on Poshmark and eBay.
Oh, the item I really want to draw, the Halloween costume. Fingers crossed. Now that I called it out, let's see if I can draw it. It's the time of year, I need to list this. Madewell gray long sleeve. Maybe this is the good time to draw the boring items, the end of my video. Like, that first item's kind of boring, this one's kind of boring. Here we go, it's just a plain long sleeve shirt.
This Madewell shirt I listed at $10 plus shipping. In general, I would not recommend picking up a basic, like, plain colored shirt from Madewell. I mean, it's been listed at $10 for 3 weeks and I haven't gotten any interest in it.
If you haven't seen the first iteration of this, I'll link it below so you can go watch that next and see what I drew in that video. That one was definitely an interesting one. Duluth burgundy sweater. Okay, that's a good one to get listed. Burgundy sweater from Duluth. This is a size extra large. I either picked this one up at the Goodwill Outlet or at a garage sale for like $2. I remember I did not pay very much for it.
The Duluth sweatshirt has sold. It sold in 10 days on eBay for $25 plus shipping. Like I said, I picked it up for $2 at a garage sale, and my take-home profit then is $17.42.
Okay, we've got red. What's red? Shoes and purses. Wow, I wrote that tiny. Ooh, that means it's a new item because I just wrote the newest ones in really small. Red Wings black slip-on shoes. Did I show those at the beginning? Was that the... Yeah, I think I did. The Omaha Goodwill Outlet. All right, we drew one of the Omaha items. Got the shoes.
The Red Wings shoes have not sold yet. They are listed at $40 plus shipping. And I probably have them listed a little too high. Probably need to drop the price to maybe $30 to get those sold.
And then let's draw the final item to be listed today in this video. Come on. Halloween outfit. Clothing item. Okay, we're in the right category. Sugar Street Weavers bear sweater. All right, well, this is a good fall item to get listed. I wanted to talk about the bear sweater. I'm pretty sure I said at the beginning of this video that the comps were between $30 and $50. And while that is true for the Boyd's Bears sweater that I had, I ended up listing it at $40. There are some bolos from this brand. So if you see Sugar Street Weavers, I'll put the tag on the screen. If you see this brand, do not skip it. There were some comps over 100 depending on the print. Okay, I'll put in the pug comps here. There was one that sold on auction for $101. Another one that sold on Buy It Now for $100 of the pug print. There's also one of cats that sold for $106. And there's one with pumpkins and a black cat that sold for $250. So if you see Sugar Street Weavers, definitely look it up.
The sweatshirt I have from this brand has sold. So I listed it on Poshmark and eBay. And then I posted the video where I had the haul with the sweater in it. And someone messaged me on Instagram and asked if he could buy the sweater from me. So it was technically listed for a week on Poshmark and eBay, but then it sold through Instagram. And he asked what the least I would take was. As I said, I had it listed at $40 on Poshmark and eBay. And I told him that I would sell it to him for $30 plus shipping. So I paid $1.50 for it at a garage sale. And then therefore my profit was $29.74. Like I said, look out for this brand. Look for the rare or funky prints because there's some really high dollar items you can find from this brand. That is it for today's video. If you want to make sure to see all the videos I upload, make sure to click the subscribe button down below. It is free. It doesn't cost you anything. Just make sure that YouTube knows you want to see my videos. Thank you all for watching and stay tuned because I'll have a new video out soon.